Hey everybody, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nick Ortiz, and for my relationship analysis, I decided to take a look at Mia and Sebastian from La La Land. So a quick overview, we're going to be going over the background of the film and the relationship, then we're going to take a look at the theory applied to analyze the relationship, then I'm going to apply the theory and use a couple of examples, and then we're going to evaluate whether or not the relationship was effective or ineffective. So a quick background of the film. La La Land was directed by Damien Chazelle, and it features a relationship with Mia Dolan and Sebastian Wilder. Mia is a struggling actress who works as a barista on the Warner Brothers lot, and her dream since a child is always to become a recognized actress. Sebastian's a jazz pianist who doesn't seem to be able to hold a job. His dream is to own his own jazz club to uphold the integrity of the once beloved genre. The two run into each other a few times before ending up meeting and falling in love, but eventually they split due to a couple mistakes made by Sebastian and because Mia got a movie role. So the theory I used to apply to the relationship was social exchange theory. It's also known as cost-benefit theory. And in simpler terms than what's on the screen, um, we try to keep relationships going that allow for us to reap the most reward, but only to the point where we are being more fulfilled than we are being let down negatively by different aspects of the relationship. We also look at the honeymoon phase, which we all know is the phase of the relationship where we kind of have blinders on and we tend to only see the positive aspects of a relationship instead of some of the negative ones. It isn't until after it passes that the negative aspects become more apparent. Costs are defined as the factors that inhibit or deter performance of a sequence of behaviors within a relationship, and benefits slash rewards are defined as the pleasures, satisfactions, and gratifications that a person enjoys within a relationship. This whole theory is about weighing your costs and weighing your benefits. Your benefits are more prominent than your costs, then odds are you're in a healthy, developing relationship. We also look at the comparison level alternatives, which are the profits and costs of one relationship against those we might derive from another, meaning that can we get the positive aspects of your current relationship in another without carrying over all of the costs. So to apply the theory to the relationship, the two lose focus of their dreams at one point in the film. The honeymoon phase of the relationship is past, and now Mia's worried. Sebastian has a job in a new band. He's away for extended periods of time touring. He's playing music he doesn't enjoy, and she fears that he's never going to open his own club. Sebastian ends up missing Mia's one-woman show that she stars, writes on herself, and directs. He ends up missing that because he has a photo shoot for the band, and this leads to Mia breaking up with him when he arrives late. Sebastian gets a call from the casting director a few days later, and this leads to him tracking Mia down and taking her to the audition. They end up having a discussion about where they are in the relationship, but Sebastian tells her that she needs to give acting everything she has and just to forget about him. Mia weighed her costs and benefits. She knew that Sebastian truly loved and cared for her and supported her dreams. But the cons were that he was constantly touring. He never had time for her, and she knew that she couldn't blossom as an actress with him holding her back. And Sebastian did the same thing. He knew that he was too busy to be with her, and Mia just became just another person in his life instead of being his life. He knew that he couldn't provide for her in the ways that mattered, and knew that he needed to grow as a person, and he couldn't do that without holding her back. After the discussion, the rekindling of a relationship was left up in the air. And once the film fast forwards 5 years into the future, Mia is now a successful actress and has a husband. So Mia ended up having a comparison level of alternatives. She decided not to go back to Sebastian because she believed that she could find the essential aspects of her relationship in another, which she ended up doing. Mia and her husband ended up running into Sebastian at the nightclub that he owned. The two locked eyes, they shared a smile and went their separate ways. And that kind of ushers us into whether or not the relationship was effective or ineffective. It was toxic at one point, yeah, because they held each other back from their dreams. They argued constantly. They just weren't on the same page in the relationship. But it isn't until they break up and we see that the two possess personal respect and social awareness, and they don't interfere with each other's progress after the breakup. They become their own people. They follow their dreams. They do everything that they wanted to do, and that wasn't possible if they didn't break up. They understood that not being with each other was best for both of them. They were always going to have love for each other, but if you love something, set it free. though they weren't in love anymore, they'll always have love for each other. And for that, I would say, as a whole, I would say that their relationship is effective. And that's pretty much a rundown of it. Thank you guys so much.